Hello there. Not sure if I'm live yet. This always gets me. I'm just going to wait till this thing quits spinning. Ah, there we go. Hi, everybody. LisaMarie. Um, if you are watching me live, please leave a comment so I know who to thank for watching. If you're watching the replay, let me know that as well. Stay here to the end because I have a fabulous gift. And today I'm talking about chapter 11 in the science of getting rich. And those of you who know me, I have gotten into this book so fully that it's mind-boggling. So I want to kind of tell you a little bit about it. Chapter 11 is about acting in a certain way. Okay, all throughout this book we hear doing things in a certain way, thinking in a certain way, doing in a certain way. There's always a certain way in an order of things in which you need to do. So, first off, by thinking in a certain way, will bring riches to you, but you can't rely on thought alone. After you get that vision in your head and you have got it in so much detail that you are actually feeling yourself in that experience. You are actually seeing it, you're hearing it, you're smelling it, you're tasting it, you're feeling all your emotions around what your end goal wants to be. Do you have an end goal? I mean, what are your hopes and dreams? Leave a comment. Let me know. I'm going to tell you what mine are, and honestly, this really does not have anything to do with money. It doesn't. Um, I think the science of getting rich, once you learn the principles, it is about being a good person. It is by doing things in a certain way. It is by thinking about things in a certain way. And then once you figure out what you want, now you've got to take action. So what do you mean by that? You've got to figure out what do you have to do in order to become that person that you want to become. And I'm going to tell you right out, who I want to become is Robert Hollis. That man is the bomb. Melody Ryba too. I mean, he was, or she was, his best student. Now, if somebody came up to you and told you, you know what, if you read this book right here, you will become rich, what would you think? Would you think, kind of laugh at me or whatever, right? Well, you need to think about this specifically, because if somebody told me, if somebody did tell me, Robert told me, Melody told me, if you can master this book, The Science of Getting Rich, this book was written in 1910, and it's been upgraded a little bit, but the principles and the basics are still the same. Have you heard of Napoleon Hill? How about oh shoot, the guy, the strangest secret, or the strangest secret in the world. I can't remember. Oh, Earl Nightingale. Earl Nightingale made millions off of the book Think and Grow Rich. Where Think and Grow Rich came from was all the principles of the science of getting rich. There is a whole pile, 500, I think, back in 1920 when they were studying this book and trying to figure out with mathematical certainty if this was true. And they found out that it is true. So just by knowing that, Wouldn't you want to read this book? Wouldn't you want to learn it like it was a textbook in school? I mean, wouldn't you want to know every single aspect of that book? That's what I'm doing right now. And I'm on chapter 11. I'm almost through with it. But you know what? I listen or read chapter every single day without fail. And then, see, once you start taking action, you have got to figure out what you got to do in order to become that. So I'm going to tell you what I did. What do you guys think about having a mentor? Have you ever had a mentor? Think back even when you were a kid. And when I was a kid, at 11 years old, my mom and dad signed up for this board. They were the president and then the treasurer of this softball association, fast pitch softball. They played summer league and they played traveling tournaments, and we went to state champions. And I never played on a what do you call it? I used to play out in the backfield. You know what I mean? I never played in an organized sport before then. So 11 years old, my folks take over this huge organization, and they're telling me, we're gonna sign all you kids up, all you kids. There was 4 of us. You all gonna be playing ball. And I'm thinking, whatever. I'm up for it. Whatever. I love playing sports, and I thought I was okay. So, hey, Kings, how's it going, bud? So, I ended up being a very, very excellent softball player. Excellent. I mean, in the 8th grade, I was on the varsity high school team, and I stayed on the varsity all the way up to my senior year. In my senior year, when I had all the college scouts looking at me and trying to pick out what school I wanted to go to and this and that, I don't know what happened, but my folks decided, we're moving. We're selling the house. We are moving 500 miles away. I'm like, oh my God. And the first thing I thought of, what about my softball? What about my softball? You know, I was a kid. I didn't think about what they were going through. I was just worried about myself, you know, and I never followed that dream after we moved. So things happen, you get distracted, you get overwhelmed, things aren't going your way, and all of a sudden that dream just kind of slides away. You know what I mean? Pretty quick, you're not thinking about that every day. And that's what you need to do. You need to stay on task with your dreams. You need to follow through. So, okay, I've been in the company I'm with for almost 3 years now. 3 years, and I feel like I'm just kind of spinning my heels and just not really going anywhere, but totally committed to it. And so I wasn't getting anywhere. So I kind of looked outside of my circle, you know, for a mentor. I was looking for somebody that was doing exactly what I want to be doing right now. And I found that person. I found that person with Robert Hollis. And I'm telling you, am I rich yet? No. No, not yet, but I will be. But I got my focus back by following Robert. And 4 years ago, I never even knew what self-development was. How many here do self-development? Do you do it every day? Or do you just pray once a week, and then you go about your life like, okay, that's over with. Now I can do whatever I want. Or do you stick to a regimen? I think that is crucial, sticking to a regimen. So a mentor is somebody that is doing exactly what you want to be doing right now. And another thing is they need to be documented. Because if you don't have a documented mentor, who knows what path you're going to be taking. If you have somebody documented like Robert, he has it all laid out for you. Is it easy? No, because you have to retrain your brain. Get rid of the stinking thinking. It doesn't serve anybody, especially you. We get into the habit of listening to everybody else's opinion, and there you are. And all of a sudden you have these thoughts. Do you know if they're true? Do you know if they're not true? Do you know what I'm saying? This book is worth its weight in gold. It's amazing. I will never put this book down. I will never put it down. Whether I've read through it thoroughly several times, but this is a hard book to understand unless you really get in tuned with it. You think about it. What has helped me the most is reading a chapter and then going to Robert's free training. And stick around, I can tell you about that as well. And then I go listen to his version of that chapter. And it's like that big pot. I don't know what it is about him, but he speaks to me. I get him, and I get his emotions. I get his feelings. And he's just an awesome guy. And I ended up talking more about Robert than I did the book, but that's okay because Robert teaches this the best. So if you feel like you are stuck with whatever it is you're doing, figure it out. Figure it out. What do you want? And put your whole mind, body, and soul into that. Focus on that. Find somebody that is doing that exact same thing. Follow that person. Research that person. Study them. Stalk them. I literally stalk Robert. I'm glad I know him now, and he's not going to hopefully block me or something, but I had to get out of my comfort zone and actually reach out to Robert. After one of his trainings, I was in tears, because I felt, I don't know how many people he had in that training. There had to be close to 200 people. That was just in the training, then plus the people on Facebook. And I felt like he was talking right to me, and I lost it. And I thought, oh my God, all these epiphanies, all these epiphanies, and they just started slamming me. And I'm thinking, I just got so much value out of it. I went to Facebook Messenger and I sent Robert a message, and he's dyslexic. He has a hard time reading, but I'll tell you what, he has read this book. He has read this book many times, and now he teaches it. He's amazing. This book will change your life. It will absolutely change your life. And if you would like a free copy of it, you need to make a comment right now. No strings attached. Nothing. I want everybody to have a copy of this book, because if it helps you just the tiniest bit, it's worth it. It's worth it. It's not going to cost you a dime. So reach out to me, leave a comment, And I hope you got a little bit of value out of this. I'm going to be around a lot more. I'm telling you, I'm getting out of my comfort zone, and I don't care. I don't care what people think. So it is what it is. All right. Peace out, guys. Love this.